Hello, welcome to another Hey podcast, di mana kami warga-warga lokal akan bercerita cerita-cerita kedai gunting lah. So jangan expect anything itulah benda lain. Kami nak cakap seorang tadi cerita pasal keadaan semasa. Okay?
Asik.
Ngaman, asik kan? Okay. Kenalkan Haji Hal.
Tul. Ilmi.
Not orthodox.
Dari mana? Coba kenalkan diri dulu.
Salam kenal, saya dari Collablade, berada di Another Hey and Creative Studio. Lurus Okay. I am the co-founder of Unorthodox Babayan Studio, and then that's about it. Hal is my best friend. He just opened up his own barber studio, also creative space. So congratulations to him. This podcast I'm blessed to join lah. Orang kena bagi peluang datang. Cowboy bilang ni jangan harap yang aku jawab apa yang adanya saja. Enjoying the vibe, enjoying his culture, his movement. So I'll pass the mic to him lah biar dia cakap. Aku jangan dibagi mic ni, aku baru habis panggilan ni berada.
Thank you, me. So, let's just get started, guys. Yeah. So, buddy,
Yes, sir.
how you been?
Good.
I just got back from
Cebu.
Cebu.
Okay, aku baru balik dari Cebu. Jadi MC sana for shout out to Nusar Unleash for giving me the opportunity. Aku MC untuk what we would call great bands lah, yang band-band lama lah macam The Times, OEG, two Indonesian bands.
Butterfingers.
Emmet. Bulan
Butterfingers.
12. Butterfinger ya. Emmet tapi dia main sama this project band lah called Tebabo. Ada Sedem John sana yang Malaysian collector.
Yeah.
Dorang tu lah jadi satu band. Dorang main 4 lagu sendiri and then 6 lagu Butterfinger, so total 10. So lah, it's just the crowd saja macam a bit dead lah sana. I think due to dia punya promotion and whatnot lah.
It's Cebu, right?
Cebu for dia je 4 hours drive
Apa? You drive fast or slow?
120 manjang. Tapi macam lama, serious. I don't know if it's slow lah. Mungkin slow lah.
I have not drive to Cebu in a while. Do you go through Bandar or go through KB?
Ini
Test
nguji IQ korang ni. Hari ni sikit rendah pulang. Halo.
We all do.
Syok lah. It was a good experience lah. There's no crowd to work with. Kalau sebenarnya macam aku di Revolution, shout out lagi Revolution Parade. Kalau di Miri, there's a crowd to work with kan. So ni macam after lagu, dorang terus keluar. Macam tu. That's.
I heard see Brian Ozozo.
Brian Ozozo,
there
yeah. He was there along our journey. He was one of the media untuk Empty Wallet.
Yeah.
Shout out Empty Wallet lagi sekali. Local bands KB. Ada Empty Wallet man. During dorang punya set ya syok lah.
Macam backup singer.
Syok. Dorang punya set macam orang Cebu discover macam this band macam kerja band. Yeah. Proud lah. It's a proud moment macam lihat band Brunei can do this. What else can we do?
I mean, a lot of things Bruneians can do.
Yes. One of the best prime examples what our Bruneians can do is owning a barbershop and become a hairstylist.
This guy first.
Yeah.
Biasa-biasa saja. But then back to kan macam the culture of this, we call this bands kan. Payah sikit ni aku definition confused sikit ni kan. Boy bands, banyak bands. You know? So macam upbringing ku, aku indah kena race with what do you call this, subculture, culture, what culture is this? Yeah, so I mean like macam, to be honest, macam aku sama kau berkawanan baru tu tahu ni yang what this. Yeah man.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, pasal band-band
Yeah, I mean like macam I attend, I think at the time when you did apa namanya tu pop up for your merch kan. Macam aku, apa ni, siapa yang minat lagu ni? So I tried lah macam to vibe in kan. Wah, okay datang. Nanti aku dapat belum dapat lah. Bukan dia dapat belum dapat lah kali. But then you know, listening to your macam the list of bands yang you said tadi tu, macam aku pun pernah dengar lagu dorang ni, tapi for a movement ataupun a culture yang those yang dapat pentas and then become fans of bands atau belum lagi belum ke sana you know.
Belum sampai lah.
Barangkali kalau konsert-konsert Judika okay. Masuk. Boleh masuk.
Siti Nurhaliza.
Siti Nurhaliza dah lah. Belum lah anda dapat. Itu terlampau traditional. I see, ia pun minat kan, tapi itu tu macam it shows perspective that macam different people lain lah ia punya minat, but boleh masuk. Ini lagi ni ia dengarkan lagu-lagu BYOD kah? Apa?
Bring you to
yang lagu yang no shouting, screaming ni. Aku lupa je lagunya ni nyingko then macam okay, barangkali belum lah. I don't know man. Nanti
atau maybe kau belum into music lah kali, I would say. Kau dengar lagu tapi not in depth lah.
Jadi I think amazing macam those you said yang Revolution kan, even I've met the people, the guys. Nyingko syok je lifestyle dorang ni it becomes their lifestyle bah. Bukannya setakat attend concert. You know, as people yang datang would just datang because you like the band, like the music, and then the culture tu maybe by showcasing dress lah to support kan. Tapi as a lifestyle tu maybe like only merely less than 50% lah yang datang tu. I would say even myself kalau nya datang event say whoever lah aku datang tu just to enjoy the music but not to grasp the culture bit deeply lah. Like you guys, I respect you guys. Oh gila, bukan saja watak, memang your lifestyles lah, you know. So nantilah jangan tua tu lain tu.
The more you venture, macam the more you see macam what happens kalau orang tu benar-benar minat apa yang dia buat. Prime example, the closest one is kamu lah. Bila sudah kamu suka apa yang kamu buat, you don't care macam anything else. You just do whatever you love, you go with it. Kamu kira duit or anything, it comes later. It's the same goes with music and any creative industry. I think graffiti pun jatuh. Dorang Spezzy, Matt Nicer. Maybe money comes later. We just have to do apa yang tani minat lah dulu.
It's passion and business goals.
Yeah.
I've heard business owners even say that macam when you start a business, you give yourself three years. You don't expect monetary. You just do even just to survive. Oh yeah. Speaking about passion, I heard my friend here went all the way to Bali.
Oh
bro.
Ada.
Tell us what
Aku dengar cerita lah.
You went all the way to Bali.
Ada yang ke Bali.
Bruneian,
yes.
Exactly.
Tani mesti bangga Bruneian tani ada di Bali. Tapi dia buat apa di Bali? Boleh.
He cut hair demo, something like that. Something like that lah. Yeah. Really.
Baru balik lah dari Bali kan. Tapi was different lah. It was different, special bagiku. We've been to a few barber expos lah. But then this year I urge local Bruneians to join and us around. Tapi it seems like macam me and Atoy lah. Atoy was there for the invite lah. That was a blessing, I think, because kami kena suarakan last year sudah. I think sometime November.
To follow the expo ni.
Yeah, so macam kami kena invite as dorang manggil sana gesta lah Gesta tu nyengko gesta aku siapa? Nyengko apa?
You me man.
Macam not a star, I've been away from social media for few years, 3 years maybe. Post saja, tapi that's about it. Story pun cuma tu saja. And they invited as guest star and then basically macam bekerja lah di sana as ambassadors of the event and then try to bring locals, Bruneians, to go to Bali Barber Expo. And then initially macam macam Ada juga upset sedikit lah macam that we cannot go as Brunei nationally. Ni orang bawa at least 10 orang ke sana to see the culture, to see the community apa. And then datang the first day was kami dengan orang Brunei ni. You know, macam kami dengan orang Brunei, ada orang lain lagi. I thought macam ada yang diam-diam pergi kah, you know, indah mau sama kami ubaya. Tapi we were placed in one hotel with all the international guest stars yang we only able to see from Instagram. And then pop depan-depan mata kami, you know. Depan mata yang dari Vietnam, Taiwan, Hong Kong ada.
Oh, okay.
Yang
Satu hotel.
Satu hotel.
Lah. Oh, okay.
Satu hotel, and then tujuan ada peluang kan tanya. Macam being coming from Brunei, small country with big heart and big, you know, ambition lah.
Yeah.
So datang cerita how they, not really how they do social media, tapi it's more about, you know, the word I would usually call kalau when it comes to barbering business ni is perseverance lah.
Yeah.
Ni orang tani ketahanan itu, tahan pukul indah, tahan indah, maki orang indah, you know. Then we got a stage present kiranya orang on the creative stage to perform a haircut lah. Haircut, and then also dorang banyak tanya pasal Brunei, house Brunei, and then haircut satu kan macam. Then they also ask how we managed to stay since COVID 2020 tu kan. And I said well it's about anilah ko kalau kamu dah kuat nada ilmu just sabar lah. Kuncinya sabar, ikhlas, and then
Break rules.
break rules, yes.
Some of
Break
the
rules je. Break rules satu orang dari erti kata maybe approach on our minds lah orang law is law, but kalau rules orang what people do doesn't mean that it works for you,
Yes.
you know. So apa yang orang indah buat maybe it works for us. Kadang you know we get to 10 macam trigger I did this. Kadang-kadang tanya minta feedback orang, then they give us their own feedback kan. Aku dulu buat je, and they just success macam tu kan. So macam it just maybe works for them but doesn't work for us gitu. So it's up to us to, you know, we control the outcome how we want our movement to be. Dan the Bali itu kalau sorry lah, memang rugilah kamu dah datang. Rugi berapa lah.
For the guy yang into this satulah into this venture lah.
Because aku
rugi.
So they offered me bulan 11 tahun lepas, and then I said okay I'll go, but then aku time tu ngidap my ACL head, ada injury lah, head knee injury. So lepas tu boleh let's say, but
We'll leave it on.
yeah.
Just for them to know how hard he works.
So macam my approach was okay I can go, tapi belanganku aku dapat, you know, dapat seorang. So the option was macam whether I bring orang my wife lah sana kan dengan aku to help me walk. Apparently habis the Bali Barber Expo I was supposed to go for surgery, tapi ngam-ngam jumpa doktor said we have an opening at in when did I had my surgery? This is July, June, early May, right? Early
So
May.
you just had your ACL.
Not recon, but more like apa namanya? Ia buat minor tweaks lah saja. And then cartilage and also my meniscus.
Bukan buang air ke apa?
Nada, luckily aku there's no lah. Nada that procedure.
Oh, okay.
But yang ko boleh ni aku because if I proceed with the operation, means to say I have to withstand berdiri kan atas pentas, jalan-jalan sana. True enough sakit. Memang sakit lah. So ada orang rugi diorang, aku pun rugi, I wasn't able to fully meraun lah. Explore berhabis lah. Managed to meet young barbers, the guest star di sana di hotel. But then when comes to venue wise, lagi banyak orang datang dari luar Indonesia. And then but alhamdulillah kami awal perform pagi on the second day tu dapat ada sorry guys ada iklan but macam second day tu pukul 10.30 pagi 10.30 pagi awal kan being in Bali, ya Rabbi payah ya body clock tani di sana Tani tidur pukul 2, pukul 3. And then macam-macam lah di hotel lah tu, because there's an event, ada bubble battles kan. Di sana 11 countries manage to get a slot lah. Sebenarnya Brunei ada, tapi since we don't have a team to send, so macam lihat lah sejak, and then siapa yang, if initially we were able to send a team besar terus nama diorang confirm, because on stage itu semua yang A-listers and then like I said tadi, balik-balik lihat diorang showcase on Instagram saja, and then they are on stage. And then just because of that, we also privileged lah. Dapat si Atoy was offered to be a judge for the international bubble battle tu.
Shout out Atoy.
Jangan tadi shout out tu. So angin. Tapi itu tu yang when ia sendiri share kan. I think it's best satu pun kalau dengar dari ke dia lah. Aku pun apa je, aku di bawah. I was the media team lah pas ya, ngambil tu. Kaki sakit nek. Kaki sakit nek. Yang tu. But ya beritahunya lain lahnya kalau orang sudah biasa jadi judge, macam on stage was Josh Monaca, Jordan Tapakman, and then Tomoya lah dari Jepun. Diorang dua UK, Australia, Japan, and then also one from Shishil tu, I think it's either he's from India ataupun, tapi he's based in Toronto lah, Canada. Kali aku tanya siapa apa tu apa rasanya? Laju diorang ni menjudge-nya macam senang saja, because so it just shows their mileage tu kan, experience tu kan, macam just by seeing passing by, okay mark. Lebih lagi macam
I noticed.
So that's why macam
I thought he was walking around, right? And they were just standing one spot and just looking.
I think I did go live with Hell, and then it's on the IG page lah. Siapa yang banyak je orang steady commentator. You just have to, right? Because macam if you just shooting and then you just gonna be bored, mana ada tripod tu boy? Macam mana? Manual juga. So macam luckily I have an earpiece lah to just talk through lah. Well, that's about it. We left Bali with no regrets. We would love to go again next year if we were given the opportunity lah. I would recommend people kalau nya akan save duit now up till next year, maybe they will save around early July itulah juga. And then
suggest to save at least 500.
Walaupun sikit, macam kalau nya one key takeaway I got from that event is Brunei needs a very unbiased community lah. Macam so unbiased community where we can send a team with the expense of maybe from any agencies lah di sini. Not to just make up name daripada agency itu, but also orang, if that is their core values, to bring outside Brunei, so sudah ada community sekarang baru tahu we able to perform, and at least orang membobot lah, individual performance atau it's orang individual kan, tapi when you repping a country, that's a total different ball game lah.
At least macam ada federation lah orang.
Habis lah bukan wrestling ni, bukan wrestling kan.
At least lah macam ada itu tu satu organization untuk control all this, just to bring Brunei outside of this country lah. The treasurer maybe boleh ada funding, cari sponsor.
It was a big eye opening, because for example Malaysia started with orang having strong individual people lah yang in the bubble scene, but the moment they have the right manager, orang tadi manggil sini LO kalau ada LO, logistic officer jatuh, but then this manager pun dia merangkum macam LO tapi atas lah, having to settle dorang punya transport, makan, hotel, and then training wise program. And then Malaysia won the battle, because I can see the teamwork tu from the grounds up lah. Dorang ada everything in hand lah. So there's no reason for them to fail lah kalau melihat dari awal dorang datang tu lah. So hopefully kalau next year Brunei will be available to send a team. Payah lah. Aku kalau I also want to compete bah. Tapi with the, not saying aku influential or whatsoever, tapi with the people yang around Indonesia nya, aku boleh ikut kah? Bawa ikut lagi nya. You just help manage and build the society ataupun the community nya. I would love to. We've tried it, right? We've tried it since the very beginning, but I think it just needs time untuk barbering in Brunei is just merely umurnya say 10 years baru. 2014 start from the OGs lah. Yeah. So it might need, say aku anticipate another 2 years, the least, the most 5 years. By that time pun aku sudah berumur, and then it's for the next generation to orang have that fire in them untuk represent Brunei, because represent Brunei itu kalau dulu represent Brunei ni is just sports bah. Kan now is ani barbering ani is also a pride ataupun orang kebanggaan tani untuk able to represent Brunei. So hopefully the younger generation able to see that lah, like how we see it supposedly lah. Our era is orang bagiku just started in the middle of it, and then just go with the flow lah. Hal banyak aku cakap kalau lagi cakap
dengar tu.
Looks like you had fun.
Untuk for anak-anak muda Brunei, maybe boleh start to change your mindset or whatever. Just mestinya tani di sini tani kan harap working you can always follow your passion like these two gentlemen, and aku belum kira follow passion lah, but these two have worked very hard untuk build dorang punya business from ground up lah. Everything comes from passion and kesabaran lah mesti ada. Okay, ngam gentlemen.
True.
Yeah. those two are the most important element lah if you want to start something. Tidak kisahlah kamu mau start barbering kah, anything yang kamu suka buat damit. Ya ada istilahnya you only, bila kamu umur 30 tahun you will discover apa yang kamu suka masa umur kamu 15.
But it's never too late.
Yeah, it's never too late.
Orange ni tetap.
Jangan kamu cita-cita kamu 15 kan jadi Power Ranger, umur 30 kan jadi Power Ranger juga. Tu kamu bawa berehat.
Boleh lah.
In bidang-bidang lain lah.
Dari damit sampai basah, dia gambar. Okay.
Jadi Goku itu terserah kamu lah. aku dah masa campur.
Speaking about all this, what you call this, made men company. I like to give a big shout out to like coffee. So like baristas are getting out there like crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, which is your favorite? Like, I don't know, you biased with Kitani or not?
Kopi kah?
Yeah, coffee. My own coffee, because I make coffee at home.
Saya skip tu jam soalan tu.
Your wife was on the sideline there.
Totally. Yeah. But it's nothing wrong macam you admitting nyaman itu. Kau pas sendiri dah nyaman, orang lain buat nyaman. Usually that's the case lah.
Yeah.
Tapi when it comes to coffee,
I hold.
Okay.
It's like
when it comes to coffee aku macam belum je semua lah merasa ngalih bos. Kalau nyadang you like it strong, kadang-kadang macam double shot atau triple shot. Tapi
someone goes triple shot.
Ada yang triple shot.
Yang ada jantung spare lagi dalam kabinet lah.
Tapi ni orang if you intentionally kan bangun, I think triple shot is
Who's the nut job who likes triple shot?
You should try lah.
Can just have 2 coffees, what?
Mine is 4.
This cameraman like bangga.
Yang apa-apa.
Can just have 2 coffees, bro. You don't need 3 shots in one shot, man.
4 lah.
Tapi kalau coffee
36 grams out lah, okay lah. Not that bad.
Siapa?
Bad, bro.
I don't know.
I think kalau consistently, I think would go for macam those. I think it's their big names lah now, like Red Door House.
Yeah.
Temp.
Shout out to
Dorang
Shout out to Temp.
consistent lah. I believe they are consistent with their brews. Kalau nya, alhamdulillah with kita ni pun we share a space kan, in with our barbershop kan.
Yeah.
So macam
Okay.
I think macam when they approach coffee the same way, like I am, for itu because that's why I see how mention about me being biased with kita ni. Yes, I would say I'm biased, but not all the time. if something is off with the recipe or something is off, I would say
Yeah.
it's off because I have that freedom to comment dah nyaman.
Yeah.
Kalau nyaman dan certain menus I would say like yang aku suka sana like yang pandan extract
Yeah.
with betul tu aku begitu nyaman. Tapi kalau dah nyaman they would usually ask feedback from me. Nyaman ni tak macam kurang, macam labih yang kau macam tu kan. So itu it's up to orang lah when it comes to kita ni cafe. But kalau if I was to pass by any cafes yang everybody is approaching coffee very orang professional misalnya. So yang ku selalu my go to is Tem, Red Door House, and then there's this one new cafe di I think Gadong baru buka like few months back.
Again?
I was about to say Three Lights.
Huh?
I was about to say Three Lights.
Ya, Three Lights aku belum pernah. Three Lights,
It's my go-to if I want
Yeah.
to do meetings or Pasanam.
So banyak lah. I think everybody is catching up with the tu. It's just subjective to your
taste
preference
buds.
lah.
Ya lah. Lagipun different like cafes they use like different beans kan. So you can expect a different outcome lah.
Yeah.
Gitu. Sama ada orang pakai light, ada orang pakai medium, ada orang pakai dark.
You sound very pro in this. What's your favorite?
No, my favorite is strong enough to pound my heart.
So, which shop is this that pounds your heart the most?
D coffee. I like
Wow, Daily Coffee is
I like the extra shot. Dark. Dia punya beans dark roast lah. Confirm bangun lah. I cannot do like lower doses. I don't know. I need to check. Tunggu hospital check lah.
I'm just a simple guy, so I like my coffee Nescafe in the morning. But if I have the chance, I like to go to Grindside. Grindside.
Grindside, yeah.
I love Grindside there. It's just simple, fast. It's good. Consistent. Yeah.
The only thing is kadang-kadang payah cari parking sana.
Yeah.
Oh man, kalau orang sudah ke Baby D, hari biasa.
But they have the drive-through now. They have the drive-through, so you order early and then you just drive in. They'll prepare for you there and then just pass it to you.
Okay.
It's a good service. It's a good service.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really good.
Mine kalau di KB di coffee lah.
It just shows that macam despite whatever business lah, whatever business, if there's limitations kan, there's always a way how you can maneuver around it lah.
Ngam,
Yeah.
true.
All right, we're gonna have a break here, so we'll catch you soon.
Welcome back to second half of another hair podcast, di mana we talk about benda-benda random. Dan benda random untuk hari ini
Random mana?
sebenarnya kan cakap pasal AI, tapi sudah lanjut ke culture. Tunggu episode 2 lah untuk AI. Okay, kita ni teruskan dengan topik culture di Brunei. Apa lagi yang ada? We talk about music earlier, barber, and then coffee. It's a new culture, I would say.
Yeah.
For the past 3 years, 4 years.
What about that pedal pop? No, is that called pedal stick?
Oh.
What is that called?
Kejap. Ia macam
what's the
pingpong.
culture.
Ia
Yeah,
pingpong for big
tennis.
boys.
Ping pong, big boys, tennis, small boys. So in between boys.
Lagi aku cakap.
Pickle.
Pickleball.
Pickleball.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a new emerging sport.
Yeah, I actually want to try it.
Sama lah.
Have you guys seen it on YouTube? Bloody amazing. It's small,
Ton lapas.
and then they like
Like actual tournament kah ataupun?
Diorang main lah.
Oh.
Badminton.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Di BSRC. I think
Oh, yeah, on the side there.
every Thursday. So we shared the badminton courts and then we also pickleball. Oh, so macam lihat lah. Oh, macam tenis juga. Macam
Dia punya rules,
tapi size besarnya macam size courtnya tu macam badminton court lah. Size besarnya.
tapi dia punya rules macam similar to pingpong. Like sekali bounce kah saja?
Yeah.
Or else ia void. I don't know.
Tennis rules also.
Kau tahu.
Tenis.
So you played it,
Siapa main pickleball?
Yeah.
Oh, this
cameraman coach.
Cameraman coach. Shout out to cameraman.
What else you coach again?
What else can you do?
Running. You wanna come here? Yeah. Come. I want to introduce our cameraman who just came into the team. Welcome, Reds.
Welcome, Reds.
Hello.
I will do some massage.
Nah, while we are talking about pickleball, untuk orang yang tahu, sana how do you play pickleball?
Macam tennis actually. Tennis tennis plus badminton.
Tennis plus.
Badminton.
Okay.
I thought tennis and ping pong. Tennis, badminton.
Ping pong and tennis is the same. The same rule. Just
Ping pong and
yeah. The court kan, dia orang ada macam kitchen. They call it kitchen.
Yeah.
So, what is it called?
Kitchen.
What is it called? Kitchen.
Arealnya lah.
in the middle tu. Tapi you cannot footstep on it. Pasal until the ball touch the ground then you can
Touch where the black spot in the front there.
any of the in the court. Then you can touch atau. Tapi that kitchen area you cannot smash lah. Macam jahat je tu. Kau orang pasal pampir kau smash.
Kitchen is the two small.
The two small box.
Yang di depan, bukan yang di siring.
Yeah.
So bila tak boleh space.
Tunggu ya bounce tinggi, kalau tinggi bolanya boleh.
Kalau di depan-depan the net tu you can't.
Cannot.
So no wonder they just go.
Yeah.
Under
They
Yeah.
tricky guys
Yeah.
Kalau swerve kan lah, macam pingpong macam pop.
Boleh. Boleh macam curve kan.
Wanted lah, macam.
Like curve like Beckham.
For us, kalau kami sampai lah, if we can manage to reach the ball in time lah.
Yalah.
For us.
I baru play actually.
You baru play.
Tapi
No, I don't coach. I just teach.
Is he a coach?
belum papa sudah belum lagi pandai main sudah kan mikirkan smash
Nah. Mana?
Nafsu tu namanya.
Listening to this, my knee. How about your knee? Okay dah.
Endang sakit.
Knee gang.
Kalau ada CL ndak dapat tuh main spot jatuh tuh. Saya banyak ya lekat-lekat kan.
Ni hao ma.
Okay, I'm going back to my work.
Okay, thank you.
Talking about more. Hey, wait. You doing running, right?
Yeah, I do running.
My son wants to learn how to run
Okay.
properly.
The fastest guy in my era.
Used to.
Used to.
Tapi
Worse.
he has a twin. Which is more handsome than him lah.
Do you agree that?
Yes.
This guy is the handsomest.
Tapi the most talented is him lah.
Yalah.
No lah.
Pickleball
I'll say. Maybe all of us.
Both of you are talented.
No, actually one more. My younger brother. Yeah. So what sport do I don't play?
You play esports.
I play sport. Yeah.
You play Overwatch.
Yeah.
Yeah, we watch.
Pull and pull.
A bit.
Billiard. Apa lagi?
Basikal dan
Saya cap saya tu sini kalau
Bicycle. I do.
Bukannya kau main
I do road.
BMX?
Yeah, I do road bike. I do mountain bike, BMX as well.
BMX, mountain bike.
Mountain bike, downhill. Lompat-lompat.
Wah.
Ni episod tadi saya boleh penuh ya saja ni.
Janganlah.
Yalah, there's banyak sebenarnya benda yang out in the open di Brunei ni. Kita people like this yang macam ni main pickleball, dorang main, tapi tadi dah tahu, macam dah pernah dengar.
Maybe we can invite one person.
Who?
Maybe I know some. Maybe I don't know.
I wanna invite.
Mustafa, you're coach, right?
No, I'm not coach. I just teach. I just teach. I don't say coach.
Kalau aku,
I don't. Aku nak aku coach
But yeah, I mean the community masa ni ramai lah for pickle.
Ramai.
I think ramai. Yeah.
Like really ramai. Right now in like Besasi, like they have forecourt kan, ataupun nong waited queue. Yeah,
I
banyak.
play frisbee kan after this. Like normally I play frisbee at the end of the game kan. I was balik kan. They was always full. Crazy full.
Yeah.
Now Momong Complex also have pickleball. Yeah.
Ada sudah.
Indoor. Yeah.
Indoor?
I prefer playing indoor than the outdoor. Last time we played outdoor, it was hot during his birthday. Damn.
Really hot.
We should
my
play
anak like
pickleball.
my anak like putih already. Then we see like kicap.
Bring your son out.
I don't know. He want to play. Well, okay lah.
He want to play or you want to play?
Okay, I'm going back to work.
This guy.
Thank you, Reds.
Yeah.
Our coach here and also our cameraman here. Amazing guy.
Pickleball.
Pickleball.
Other than pickleball now yang hangat lagi,
That's no.
Running.
Oh my god. No.
Yeah.
Oh, running is in the job thing.
Running. Not like running away from problems like
wish
we do.
I wish I could, man.
Yeah. So misalnya yeah, it's good to see we have a healthy community. I would say.
Yeah.
Macam running apa, tapi macam kadang-kadang gila, dorang like full marathon, like my age. Malu ko kadang. Macam shit, I should be doing that, but lihat
We
katil
were
tu.
talking about it the other day.
Yeah. Tapi kadang-kadang lihat katil tu macam mandiri katil. Dapalah, larilah kamu.
I can't jump for shit.
Yeah.
I really can't jump
Same.
for shit. I mean, I can run just for one burst and then that's it.
Yalah, I can walk as far, tapi the moment ka na suruh berlari tu, anda takut tu. Malas takut tu. I actually failed my selection to bukan Borneo, pasukan Borneo lama ni dulu. I was actually selected for Brunei futsal. Bukan, dia Borneo tu. Bimega ka tu. Yeah. I actually
What
failed
is
my
this?
fitness test. Bimega. Futsal. Kira wakil Brunei. Lepas aku na dapat belayar pasal tu, aku fail berlari. Everything else pass. Saya sudah berlari failed ya.
It's just futsal, what?
Nah, you have to do 2.4 in less than 12 minutes. Naman? 12 minutes kan?
Oh, serious?
Aku berlari seround, 2 round, round 3 macam malas berlari. Setelah kena time tu ada si Maziah. Setelah yang macam kena suruh dengan nilah push. Pun aku dapat lari je. Macam ada semangatku. Then then aku fail lah.
Oh, so
That's how I don't want to run.
So let me guess, you weren't at this weight now lah.
Enggak.
You were a lot smaller.
A bit smaller lah, I would say.
Let's just say a lot lah.
A lot lah. Yeah. I'm different now. Now that I have 2 kids.
Healthier.
Healthier, semakin sehat, semakin bulat dan semakin gendut. Yeah.
No. Healthier, handsomer, wiser.
Yes.
Yes. More experience.
More experience.
For the missus.
Itulah.
Yes.
Seri. Ada iklan.
Ya, ada technical difficulties. Kami punya lampu.
Make that thing and then like design like technical difficulty punya design.
Yeah.
I think kalau nya live podcast tu switch.
I think I can design that.
Yeah.
Not a problem, bro.
Tadi lihat orang buatnya macam tadi belajar barang baru kan. So this is the thing lah. Macam bagi aku whatever that we've talked about before is always something new yang tani baru tahu.
Yeah.
Or something new yang tani ingin pelajari lah.
Yeah.
Likewise macam media side or sports
Kitchen.
Yeah.
Kitchen lagi ada lagi.
Just learn about kitchen just now.
Kitchen.
Lagi.
Yeah.
Pickleball.
Yeah.
Pickleball kitchen.
Yeah.
And we should learn more lah. Siapa yang ada interest main pickleball, boleh follow
Si Red lah, ya coach tu. Ya.
Coach.
Biar ya masuk lagi dalam mana orang.
I want to learn pickleball, so who plays pickleball want to invite me can
Yeah.
try. But please in KB, I'm already residing in KB only.
Yeah. Sama recently ada orang Brunei, they follow different competition. He went for pro debut.
Pickleball?
Nggak, boxing.
Oh,
Shout out to Martin from
Martin,
Khalifa.
I saw.
Yeah.
So.
Gila.
Going, brother.
Boxing is not an easy. It's not an easy sport lah. Macam dulu aku typically macam lihat boxing dalam TV and I thought there was fast kan. Then aku lihat I think somewhere few years back Brunei punya macam aku lihat kenapa slow boxing Brunei na. And then I get to experience from ringside, aku jadi ring announcer like holy shit. Yeah, I did.
Di mana?
Di Pusat Belia. Sometime this year. Sekali aku lihat macam depan-depan tu macam gila ni. I don't even want to be close.
In the ring.
Yeah, in the ring. I don't even want to be hit lah. Macam it's not that I don't like. I like it. Macam syok. Yeah, macam require a lot of stamina and IQ lah mainly kalau boxing. To all the boxers, aku have huge respect for you guys for the hard work you put in.
I think the core is like mentality.
Mentality, yeah.
Definitely mentality.
Yeah, definitely
How you push
mentality.
on, how
Yeah.
you keep up with your plans.
It's tiring. It looks macam 3 minit satu round. 3 minit apa aja. Macam duduk 3 minit dah berasa. But when I sit at the ring side, macam lihat dorang actually like holy
Yeah. I was
lama.
surprised.
3 minit tu lama.
I was just watching boxing last night.
You?
Salt Puppy. You
Salt
Oh,
Puppy.
yeah.
Yeah.
the YouTuber.
Yeah.
He was a YouTuber, then turned to boxer. It's amazing. He's got fast hands, man. Like he just opens there and just boom,
Yeah.
really fast.
he went from being chubby, so yeah, macam go to this macam content creator punya boxing, just like Logan Paul, Jake Paul, that type of stuff.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Sekali ya lose weight, sekali boxing tu pulang ya.
He's really good boxing.
This Filipino ba? Yeah, Filipino, yeah.
Like the second pride of Philippines
Yeah.
after Manny Pacquiao.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is he now?
Yeah, apparently they
Okay.
were saying about it.
Okay.
But that's on the comments.
Yeah.
I'm not too sure if it's real or not.
There's a lot of fun things to do. Palagi Brunei, Jiu-Jitsu. Wow, Jiu-Jitsu.
I wanted my son to join jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, me
You know,
too,
he
man.
seems like it. He likes to lie down a lot. Why not, right?
Yan yung interest the real me kan to ikut Jiu-Jitsu.
Jiu-Jitsu,
Have you ever thought macam kau pernah terfikir macam mau cuba barang niya?
Ya sebenarnya ya jangan ketawa. Jangan.
Enggak lah, just out of
Yeah.
curiosity siya.
I mean like I think at the younger age dulu never spark lah kan orang apa namanya martial arts lah ha. Tapi dulu hampir time damit lah belajar silat lah dulu.
Silat, ya.
Itu pun was concurrent for His Majesty's birthday performance kan. So basically terus prior to that it was orang guru silat itu melihat kan okay ni untuk persembahan kalau dia memilih itu kriteria kan. So macam then after that I tried to stay in in silat, but ialah kalau tadi ni kalau minat pun tapi there's no support from your surrounding, orang sampai sana taganya.
True.
But then kalau for now any form of martial arts tu it's like arts kan. It's like us doing barbering kan. So macam memang there is sectors or segments where you can see the art lah di mana-mana tu. It's not only for self defense. So kalau if it was me to be given a choice, it's either silat ataupun apa yang on the mats ni BJJ Brazilian jiu-jitsu. It looks like anulah
Looks painful to the knees.
painful to the knees. Yes, thank you.
And ears.
Yeah, tapi I think the respect lah, the respect element that I see, barangkali aku terlampau banyak bias lah ni jiu-jitsu tu, upon win or lose tu, the respect tu very visible between the what do you call these athletes, kalau the athlete lah, dorang dua kalau nya bertamu kan, compared to macam say MMA, right, boxing, there's always beef before and after. So macam for BJJ yang kulihat around the world Olympics kan, lihat macam there's always respect lah, tolak all this orang drama ataupun orang bias satu approach satu lah but all in all aku lihat athletesnya respect tu, that is something that I respect dorang put that sports specifically. But ni tunggulah lutut ni steady baru
join jiu-jitsu lah.
because we need this macam tadi all of us no, I mean all of us has children sudah now, right? So macam kalau if we good at one sport, macam aku I was good at badminton, frisbee so macam if I were to maintain that sport, it's not about the maintenance ataupun the cost acquired to orang maintain lah to be in that sport. Tapi kalau something yang one day I can continue sampai berumur, at least our children kan, children lihat ni we are orang sampai berumur baik. Frisbee bah. Shout out to Brunei Ultimate lah Brunei Club lah.
Good job, guys, for continuing on the legacy.
Kan dulu we said hal tunggu siapa ni umur 40 ikut the Masters punya Masters League lah berumur, because now you come to the field lihat lah tinggi jumps high and then berapa umurnya ni, 16 17 dulu. For us to be at that level, it took how many years? 2 years, 3 years. Durang 16 tahun, muda masih. Berapa jauhnya tu durang kan. Tapi word of advice is jaga lutut lah. Jaga lutut lah. Because I had my knee injury from frisbee. So was lah. I think orang jangan jadi terlampau ambitious. But if you have a coach, dulu tadi ada coach, we are self coach itu to coach, ada coach di sana di belakang.
Boleh kalau kamu on full blast, tapi make sure you are in the right direction lah. Kalau nganya main petang-petang tapi memblast macam main national league dapat tu berpada-pada lah. Suka-suka
Tapi dah
Brunei.
orang any sports any sports it's all up to orang. If you don't like being managed tu, you are on the for me you are on the wrong path lah. You always need a mentor, you always need a coach until to a point the whatever mentor atau coach itu cannot contribute or cannot even, that's like orang end game sudah ada lagi kan diajarnya whatever. Then it's time either you move on and then find another coach ataupun maybe you get to understand your own system, make your own system apa. So that's how things, not only in sports, business juga. Always been orang whatever hal, if you remember, you should do this, you should do that, okay I'll do the other thing. So that's like it's always been macam kami dua punya bagi tahu kau me you should do this, how like this, and then I would usually do the opposite. That's why I don't even bother to give feedback to him, because I know if I give feedback to him, his A/HOLE punya perspective is gonna be same like me. So that's why aku sebenarnya diam saja kalau talk about business. But when we together, we really talk about business lah. We usually talk about something else, most of the time.
I think it's just human nature that we have different characters. Berkawan lain, like in terms of business side lain, like whatever we chase, then we have a different character. We cannot be the same person in all things lah. That's what I observe lah.
Just be yourself lah.
Yalah,
just be yourself
lah.
saja.
Yes.
Yeah.
Be yourself.
Apa ni?
Yalah, macam berkawan, okay, macam kalau kerja is kerja, work is work, business is business. You cannot mix up kawan, pasal kawan, kerja sama tu juga. That's how we end up orang minta kurang on stuff.
I think the era now, in my perspective, is ada aja lah circle-circle, ada orang-orangnya. I would say, not mentioning names apa, tapi they know whatever they're doing. Good, that's good. But macam for me, dulu because of that, not mentality, but because you used to see people, they know what they're doing, so you expect yourself know how to do things bah, macam itu kan. Then after that, COVID hits, that was my lowest lah. Lowest because aku baru buka kedai, COVID dia, so it took me a year to bertahan, but then also a friend of mine, not from Brunei, he said, seek help if you need help. See, macam contradicting kan, yang awal tu macam when you have a business, you are expected to know everything about the business. Macam tu kan. But apparently at the time aku masih baru, then I should have seek help earlier lah. So that's why I usually preach, kalau ada masalah minta tolong. Nothing wrong minta tolong. Maybe orang yang pertama doesn't want to help you, but the next person we don't know. Betul kan? So jangan diam-diam, because this past few years ini pun pasal is all about topic about mental health lah, now talking about health, kesihatan kita ni kan, about sports tadi. So we just kind of have to beranikan diri, tabalkan muka, seek help. Dan alhamdulillah, because of that, kerana taninda expect orang yang we kind of don't expect to help us, actually those are the one yang really honest and also ikhlas lah tolong tani. So we as a human being just left with appreciating that moment lah, that moment yang help us go through lah. So aku cakap, whoever that supports me, I'll support them back. And then if I cannot support you financially, I cannot support you mentally, but I would support you however I can lah, within my skill pool lah. That's how for me, fair enough, I would support and help anybody that used to help me, that's been there for me. Likewise, macam you guys lah, you've been to my shop before, right? Then Hal been with me since then, prior as a friend, and helping me apa. Whatever yang baik, I take. Yang the baik, ku simpan, But when times come, dorang minta tolong, if it's not today, I would help. Ada lagunya kan tak? Jika bukan hari ini, mungkin minggu depannya.
Jika
Tapi ini
bukan
belum mengena pasal
minggu
bisnes dah.
depan.
Tapi it's just somehow
yalah,
macam
yalah.
that line is it's applicable lah for such a ni lah.
Boleh masukkan lah.
Boleh mengena lah.
Can lah kawan.
Tapi ya macam hal ni bercakap pasal pulang ni barbershop tu pulang ni but yeah, I mean your shop I didn't expect lah macam ni. Now it's the right store for everybody to feel the culture lah from hal punya eyes lah tu Menganakan kedai ni.
Yes.
Macam kalau nya apa-apa pun aku lihat I wish this was my shop, macam satu. But I already made a culture yang different. This is different. So ngam lah. Aku buat ani, you buat atu. Aku buat atu, you buat ani.
Yalah.
Yeah.
It cannot always be the same lah. Macam the first time aku masuk kedai ni macam gila. This is the kind of place yang aku mau hang out at. Macam since tadi di KB we don't really have much place to hang out kan. Macam sana aku cakap macam we always go to the same setup. Tapi macam di sini I feel like I can stay here selalu lepak. Just to yeah. This is a place macam semua lelaki berkumpul random.
I take that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Hard work, I guess.
Yeah, this is hard work.
I mean, what I've learned from my mentors in business there are 3 things: resilience, adaptation, mindset. For me, of the 3, mindset is the key.
Yeah.
Mindset.
Mindset.
Yeah. Keeping your mindset straight, keeping your mindset steady. Like you're always up to your goal. Yeah.
Yalah.
Like I think it took me a while to open up until you told me like you should open your own shop. So I was like, yes, I think I'll do that lah.
Yeah.
I'll do that. Yeah.
Kalau if you don't trust macam if somebody already if I'm the guy ataupun if somebody else already said you should open, what's macam maybe you're waiting for the right guy to actually say it to you kan. Tapi macam I trust that you can do it because I did it bah. And I told you macam whatever it is successful business owners successful business owners is ni orang ada orang pernah tanya, do you feel your business is a success? Ada orang selalu tanya, are you successful? People with denial syndrome said, no, not yet apa. So macam you yourself as a business owner can only gauge your success itu. For me, in my heart, in my book, would say if I'm able to create more successful business owners atau leaders, or mentors or whatever, if I'm able to be part of their journey, dorang sukses, then I would only aku saja yang tahu aku tu sukses. Orang lain tak perlu tahu aku sukses atau tidak. So seeing how where he is now, I'm happy for him. I hope he thrive apa. Whoever yang even pernah berkawan sama aku, now ada business sendiri whatever. Just shout out lah Hamid. I like to catch up apa. And then seeing somebody successful is already enough to acknowledge and be happy lah. Lepas tahu orang biasa.
Yalah.
Aku ni memang pasal ni yang sukses dia. Kalau aku, this is
kind of
apa namanya, the normal thing lah. But cukup diri yang tahu.
Yeah.
Maybe you don't have to proclaim or whatever.
Oh, you can say just thank you lah.
Yeah.
Thank you. Just listen to yeah.
I think it's a norm di sini. Macam kalau nadaku dia cuman ni. I think that's the reason why we barely have any communities lah over the years. Macam everyone is semua macam mau that recognition but by themselves. But in reality, what we should do is be together.
Yeah.
In whatever we do lah, music, barber, arts, MMA, anything lah, any creative industry, we need to be together lah in a way. Don't bash macam ani kalau nadaku dia dapat ni. Kalau aku nangajar dia sukses ni. You should be happy with whatever you thought instead of bragging about it.
Ini kami break sikit lah. Kami dua break sikit.
What's there to brag?
Nothing to brag though. Macam people when we were together at a certain point lah towards the journey apa kan. And then normal mindset. We'd say kamu dah sama-sama lagi. Okay, right. So macam
Question all the time.
you know ngalehan kadang-kadang jawab masih I would say masih we still together like as friends and then support each other. You know macam he has a different taste, I have a different taste.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like I would like for him to go freely following his selera and how he approach the space business whatever. You know the blueprint is always gonna be changing, evolving, whatever.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes whatever yang I did, you know, I give it to him. Then whatever he did, I would want it to be implemented in my case, macam tu kan. But truth to be told, kalau nya DKB Anik, you know, if this is a start macam in this area of the city, I mean like kalau nya ada really somebody, it's actually about itu like yang proclamation tadi kan. It's a dangerous thing lah.
Yeah.
Macam if you proclaim this and that, apa kau dapat?
Yeah.
You know, macam for you to be a mediator lah, I would say mediator lah. That is the most important thing, which is you are not biased, fair, and then you want the benefit of community itu.
Yeah.
Sampai orang anak cucumu merasa atau
Yes.
Kalau nya macam hype apa, and then done, and then when people younger generation, I want to learn something about the Syapahan Kurifa. Nobody.
Yeah.
You know, nada. Even when we started barbershop, siapa first barber di Brunei ni yang older generation, those in the 80s, 90s. Yang masa ni we are mixed with locals, Chinese, Indians, Malays
Yeah.
So yang dulu-dulu we forget kalau jadi sini. Sebenarnya culture tu ada sudah. It's just left with us untuk cari the history.
Yeah.
You know, so likewise kalau Syria tahu tempat gerai masa ni used to be pasar ikan kan tu. Where can we refer that, you know, those memories yang Indong Tani nya tu yang merasa tempat itu. So nada yang so whoever yang kan proclaim whatever, there's no point in benarnya. It's just a personal achievement. You'll tell it to your grandkids, but if you are able to maintain that mindset of I want it for the future generations, macam tu kan.
That's really interesting. Now that makes me think that, you know, over time, if no one actually macam keeps up with the thing that we do, right? There is no footage or whatever, kan? History will rewrite itself.
Yeah.
Like, let's say like, you know.
By punya orang inheritance lah, I would say.
Correct.
Like you know, kalau Sihal kan, he said that his family yang the cinema thing.
The cinema in KB.
Yeah, cinema thing dulu SM Tan. Those are like the go-to places to buy toys apa, Tamiya, apa semua.
Yeah.
Tapi macam itulah saja. If only somebody that can curate, you know, curate the history itu, and then have it as a continuous culture di KB ni, be very amazing lah.
Yeah.
Very amazing.
Yeah, we need to start that lah. Some KBN is pretty much like honestly KBN is dead. Like there's nothing to it on a business side. There's no one yang tani benar-benar boleh ingat lah di sini. Kalau Baba pun, I would say kalau yang paling lama pun si John. Other than that, we can't even remember.
I won't touch that one.
Yeah. John, you're the best.
You're the best. Everyone has cut with you.
Yeah.
Until to a point. Uncle sit here, you follow my boy there.
Yeah.
You cut me.
He's one of the best example di KB lah. He keeps the legacy.
I think he's one of the I think kalau nya my perspective of him, the one of the truest lah.
Yeah.
If only macam kalau nya itu klasik confirm tu like OG Brablis tu. But he memang kalau I think he rebranded lah dia punya barber.
He went from Lorong, so baru pindah ke Baiduri. He has been there the longest.
Third generation barber tu.
I'm not sure the history lah, tapi he has been the longest lah.
Because aku pernah when I started 2015. I started kan, aku tanya uncle, you mau jual kan ni barber chair? His barber chair, the white one.
Yeah.
Kalau saya jual this one my late father marah.
Bangun
dari situ. So I was like, then I know he's like a generation of hairstylist of barber lah. Macam tu kan. Macam wow, itu sudah banyak cerita lah.
Yeah.
Kalau if somebody were macam say either was macam panggil dia or have a conversation kan, macam for the records kan, macam he would know the history better than us lah.
Yeah.
You know, kalau when it comes
Throughout KB lah.
Yalah.
Banyak lagi lah, banyak yang retire sudah. So
It's smart of him though. Like if we were talking about market fit, right?
Market fit. Yeah, he knows that it's not easy to cut straight hairs.
No.
He would have known, so he would have dealt with that problem all day already, bah. Where the Indians will deal with the normal hair, bah.
Yeah.
Then people will go, oh, you know what? He deals with like this modern style. So he was the only one giving until Phoenix came about,
Yeah.
right? Right. Phoenix was still at the back alley there around the area.
so that's like a true apa na, representation of perseverance lah.
Perseverance.
Yeah, perseverance.
They're still here after 15 years,
Still, yeah.
20 years.
I still remember I used to cut at his shop since I was 7 years old. Yeah, so lama lah sudah.
Yalah.
Dia tu.
Banyak lagi, there's a lot of things to be preserved lah di KB ni. And one of it, surprisingly, yang banyak orang tahu is bahasa Blythe.
Saya kan bahasa Blythe.
Bahasa Blythe. We actually, tadi sebenarnya ada bahasa Blythe. Like bahasa Blythe. Tapi ada.
You?
Aku dah pandai.
Dah pandai.
Langsung, not even one word lah. Dulu mula ni aku pandai.
Betul.
I half Chinese, bro.
You have Chinese. Okay lah. It's okay lah. Okay. Siapa any viewers yang tahu orang yang pandai bahasa Melayu, you guys can DM Another Hair Studio or boleh DM aku. We would really like invite orang yang pandai bahasa Melayu.
Channel lah.
It'll be interesting, though.
Yeah.
I want to learn.
Yeah.
My wife asked me, because my wife is from Bandar, kan? Yeah, I know how to speak Bandar language, blah blah blah, Kedayan. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. What about you? How about bahasa Blythe? Yeah, sure.
It needs to be studied. It needs to be studied why Bati and why just some people yang ada access to that language. Sayang je tu.
I ask you one question. Apart from just bahasa Blythe lah, have you guys been to the museum in Blythe?
No.
In where?
Blythe.
Blythe?
Yes.
No.
Mana? Luar pintu saya.
Aku lintas balik dari masjid.
Cameraman jangan kau tahu. Kau pernah kan dah? Dah aku tahu.
Ini time maulud saya tu.
time
Camp di
maulud.
belakang.
Sana banyak minuman.
You know, maybe on our next video lah, we should pay a visit lah. Because let's see how it looks like.
Yeah.
Actually, my wife has been thinking, have you been here? No. I actually want to try. How about it? We should do that lah.
We should.
Should make an excavation.
Video blog
Excursion lah.
Video blog.
We have video blog there.
Betul lah, bawa nak tani lah. Dan kalah.
Lepas tu nak tahu pandai explain. Apa what is this? Jabah Google lah. Yeah, those are the two things lah. Tapi yang I'm really interested in orang yang pandai bahasa Blythe. So at least if it's documented, macam ada orang ajar in a digital form, it will be passed on. At least sikit lah macam aku, kau, sana, mana, all the simple words lah. Siapa yang pandai. Sayang lah that bahasa.
That's cool lah. I think we have the interest kan. Macam dulu aku pernah datang kursus buat buku.
Buat buku.
Kan dia banyak proses.
Writing a book or making a book?
Writing a book. Writing a book. So macam the process has to go through this censorship, and then how you structure your first page, your disclaimer.
How did you ever come to this point?
I don't know, man. It's just random lah. Aku datang dan I was like, my understanding was macam kalau orang, if you to document a book, right, macam mesti ada, you need to have
Staplers.
degree in ani. You have to have an SME knowledge about this.
Serious?
Yeah. Well, that's my first understanding lah. Rupanya, well, kalau if you have a study about it, even you're not an SME about it, you can write it in the words of
Layman terms.
not layman's lah. Ni macam lah. I found out. Basically, you study.
Study.
So you ganti diri itu is I found out this from this. That from a book from doing the study or research sendiri apa. You can.
So what did you write about?
I wrote about apa aku buat tah. Well, it was I think it was about Brunei culture, politics kah, something macam tu.
Oh.
Tapi it was just a macam
How
for you
far
to
did
do.
I go?
Or it's just for me to it's just for a grade submission saja.
Thesis.
It's for my lecturer to
Oh.
macam review. It's not published or whatsoever.
Alright,
Tapi you can always macam if it's you getting
If it's
serious
good
kan,
enough.
you can actually publish it lah.
Yeah.
It was just ni orang asal
Tapi that has to
dapat
go
markah
to,
saja lah.
that has to go to like Mora or something.
Moha.
Banyak
Moha.
Home
lah.
fair lah.
Home affair.
Banyak lah, tapi to a point where to document the book up to now, PDF, you can sell it in PDF. Rupanya there's a lot of platforms that where you can sell your PDF.
Yeah.
Walaupun yang ada clearance apa, it's just for reference. The disclaimer tu penting lah. Ada this is not studied, whatever. Macam this is based on what I found from this book apa macam tu. So those are the disclaimers satu lah.
This was in my dreams last night.
Atau macam how anu lah.
Yeah.
Biasanya kalau somebody was to able to document like you said for bahasa bled.
Yeah. That would be great.
It
That would,
just means lah we can support whoever tadi buatkan lah. Aku bagi the guidelines je lah. Supaya lah buatkan lah.
Make the book.
Yalah.
It should make a book.
Masalahnya akan cari tu macam if you want to detect orang pandai bahasa Malay ni macam you don't even know where to begin. Unless macam reaching out macam mana lah. Who knows macam bapanya tahu sebenarnya. Tapi they don't really speak it because ada orang dengan orang cerita. Kan?
Yeah.
Dan cerita seorang bahasa Melayu, seorang bahasa Melayu biasa dia faham dia contoh. Macam cats and dogs lah.
Correct.
Okay.
My everyday life.
Yeah.
Where we heading now? After this, apa lagi kita cakap?
Aku lapar.
Are we
Yeah. Think we're gonna wrap up this podcast. Big shout out, thank you to Another Hair Studio, thank you to Hal, thank you to Ilmi from Unorthodox for coming to this very first episode. Jangan lupa untuk follow Another Hair Studio. Kalau kamu mau gunting-gunting rambut di kawasan Blade, give this man a call. Bukan bilang dia yang gunting, tapi ada orang lain lah gunting. Okay, if you want your brand to be featured in this podcast, jangan lupa DM juga, DM, call, text, WhatsApp, whatever. Boleh runding lah dengan brand exposure.
Oh yes, quality check.
Yeah, quality check. Again.
Quality check man. Mantap.
We're just doing this for fun, right?
Correct.
Yeah, we're doing this for fun.
Alright, because we always wanted to do this.
Yeah.
Doing this for fun, and then just a little bit of disclaimer that we're doing it just for fun. Satu,
Yes.
Yeah.
It's
Nothing
just,
monetary.
We are not.
Yeah, no, nothing monetary.
We are not. Yeah, not monetary, and then also it's just talking out of our own, knowledge and
Thoughts,
perspective.
A asterisk.
Yeah. It's
At the same time, we are supporting our local businesses lah juga. And if you want any brand exposure,
Shout
feel
out
free.
to my friend.
Yeah, shout out.
Kedai Lorong. Gives me all this good stuff. Sorry, I'm always swearing every day. Got free hat. This. Come over. He's selling his stuff here.
Yeah, sini ada we sell merch juga, not we. Hal sell merch. I'm just
He sells merch too. I'm just waiting for his merch to come. It's all the big boys, like me and us all here, big boys.
yeah. So we'll see you again in another episode of Another Hair.